those are working these locations. Now, Greenville Village is the body begins to be set.
And as we continue on now through our Porches and Parlors district, we're now passing the historic Susquehanna Plantation. I'm sorry, this is not the Porches and Parlors district. This is our Railroad Junction district, and we're now passing our historic Smiths Creek Depot, originally built in 1858 in Smiths Creek, Michigan. That's about 8.5 miles southwest of Port Huron. Where as a boy, Thomas Edison worked for the Grand Trunk Railroad, selling treats and newspapers along the way, from Port Huron to Detroit and back again. Now, coming up on your left is a new addition to Greenville Village. That's our vegetable building from the Detroit Central Market. Built here in Detroit in 1861. We use it as a farmer's market and other special events throughout the year. And right behind the Central Market is our brand new restaurant. It's called Stand 44. Be sure to stop by today for a real taste treat. Our Railroad Junction district. Off to your left is our Detroit, Toledo, and Milwaukee Roundhouse, where we repair and maintain our 3 coal-fired steam locomotives. Originally built in 1884 in Marshall, Michigan, it was recreated here at Greenville Village in the year 2000, using elements from the original building. Be sure to stop by and get a bird's eye view of all the work going on the shop floor at our DT&M Roundhouse. On the other side of the roundhouse is our Liberty Craftworks district, where artisans and craftsmen create beautiful objects in glass and pottery, carding and weaving. There's a print shop, a sawmill, and so much more. So we're now entering our Working Farms district, and just beyond that red cider mill is the Firestone Farm. It's the birthplace of Harvey Firestone, Henry Ford's great friend and the founder of the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company of Akron, Ohio. Firestone Farm is a living history farm. The farmhouse up ahead, built in 1828 in Columbiana County, Ohio. wheels today using tools, implements, and techniques they used way back in the mid-1800s. And that brings us to our next stop of the day, and that's Firestone Station at the front gate. From here, you have full access to working farms, Main Street, Liberty Craft Works, and Henry's Model T. So if you're leaving us here, please stay seated till the train comes to a complete stop. The engineer will give a blast of the whistle. That means the air brake is set. Then I'll give you the go-ahead to exit on the right side only. Let's wait for the whistle, everybody. Please stay seated till you hear the whistle blow. This from our ticket office, you'll find Firestone Station at the bottom left. And we'll be moving in a counterclockwise direction as we head around the village this afternoon. As you know, Greenville Village is divided into 7 districts. Our first is Henry's Model T, where you can get a ride on a genuine Ford Model T car at the loading dock on the corner of Bagley and State Street, right here in Henry's Model T district. And that brings us to the birthplace of Henry Ford. On your left is the Ford Farm, built here in Dearborn, Michigan in 1861. Henry was born in that white farmhouse in July of 1863. He lived there with his parents and 5 brothers and sisters. Over on your left, you'll see our herd of merino sheep. Some of the finest wool in the world comes from merino sheep. It was a cash crop at the original Firestone Farm. Now that brings us to our Main Street district. Here you'll find the Wright Brothers home and the Wright Cycle Shop, the birthplace of aviation. Across the street is the Cohen Millinery Shop for a fashionable new hat, ladies. And take a spin on our 1913 Herschel Spillman Carousel. And we're now entering our Edison at Work district, and just beyond the picket fence is Thomas Edison's Menlo Park complex, where Edison and his staff of scientists and engineers developed the very first practical incandescent light bulb. The Menlo Park complex is America's first research and development lab, responsible for such innovations as the microphone, the phonograph, and over 800 other patents. Also on your left, that mustard yellow building is the Sarah Jordan boarding house, where Edison's staff used to live. It's the first residential structure in the U.S. to be wired up for electric light. We're now approaching the gateway to our Porches and Parlors district. That's the Ackley Covered Bridge from 1832 in western Pennsylvania. Just beyond the bridge is our next stop of the day, and that's Susquehanna Station. From here you have full access to the entire Porches and Parlors district, including the McGuffey School, the Hermitage Slave Quarters, the Noah Webster House, and the Robert Frost Home, just to name a few. If you're leaving us here, please stay seated till the train comes to a complete stop. The engineer will give a blast of the whistle. That means the air brake is set. Then they'll give you the go-ahead to exit on the left side only. Don't forget that wristband or ticket gets you on and off the train all day long here at the village. So folks, please stay seated till you hear that whistle blow. Now compare that to the small red house next door. That's the Thomas Plimpton home. Thomas was an indentured servant. He lived in that small one-room house with his wife and 7 children. And at the end of the road, on the other side of our Ferris windmill, is the Daggett Farm, a living history farm from 1754 in Andover, Connecticut. Stop in and see how Samuel Daggett and family lived and worked on the farm prior to the American Revolution. And we're now passing our horse paddock down here at Hawthorne Glade. When our horses need a day off, this is where we bring them. The locomotive at the head of our train today is our 1897 Buffalo. At Old Detroit at Lyman Northern, number 7. Henry Ford's favorite locomotive. He loved it so much he placed it in the Henry Ford Museum, where it was on display for over 50 years. He then moved it to our D&M Roundhouse, spent another 10 years completely rebuilding and restoring it, and now this is just the 11th season we've had it back on the tracks here at Greenville Village. Old number 7 weighs in at 72 tons. And now, folks, let's take a few moments to sit back and relax and enjoy the sights and sounds of railroad as it was in the late 1800s and early 1900s. And we're now in, and the waterways cleaned and cleared, and wildlife has returned with a herd of deer, and many smaller animals as well, like rabbits, squirrels, and turtles. Birds too, like green and blue heron, egrets and Canada geese, and a big flock of wild pigeons. We're now entering Walnut Grove on the back side of our Porches and Parlors district, where we hold many of our special events throughout the year. And in October, it's the scariest special event of the year. It's Halloween here at Greenville Village. Throughout October, the village will be filled with ghosts and ghoulies and goblins and great scary fun for trick-or-treaters of all ages. And the Halloween Express will be out, giving a full round trip around the village. It all happens in October. Halloween here at Greenville Village. And tickets are now on sale. Over on your left is the Henry Ford Academy. Henry Ford Academy is a charter school here in Wayne County. Students attend for free, but are chosen by lottery. This portion of the campus houses the 10th, 11th, and 12th grades. 9th graders attend class at the Henry Ford Museum. Now just ahead, you'll see 3 attached rail cars. They serve as classrooms for the senior class. Imagine that, going to class in a rail car. That waterway on your left is the Swanee Lagoon. It's a rainwater catch basin. We use it for flood control here at the village. More importantly, though, it's the home of some of our historic sites. And right next door on the White Building is the Eagle Tavern, built in 1832 in Clinton, Michigan. They offer up an authentic 1850s style dining experience, featuring locally sourced and seasonal favorites, served under candlelight by waiters and waitresses in period clothing. From here you have full access to Railroad Junction, Main Street, and Liberty Craft Works. If you're leaving us here, please stay seated until the train comes to a complete stop. The engineer will give a blast of the whistle. That means the air brake is set. Then I'll give you the go-ahead to exit on the left side. Let's wait for that whistle, everybody.
about when they built Greenville Village, and they got good representatives inside. They'll be happy to talk to you about the building and about the people who are needed there to work in this location. Greenville Village is divided into 7 historic districts, and we're entering the first